Hello, everyone. Good Saturday afternoon. It's RJ here with another episode of Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill, Sips and Chill with RJ. Sips and Chill. Hi. So, I was sitting here contemplating on what I wanted to do today. I was going to talk to y'all about my top 10 favorite films of all time, but I think I'm going to save that for another day. I was going to keep it good and light, but I think I need to keep it serious and brief about racism. Y'all know, y'all see what's going on in the news. Y'all know what's going on in this country. We are not blind nor are we ignorant to what is going on. But some things got to be said. I keep my mouth shut about a lot of stuff. But I will call out ignorance when I see it because we're supposed to. I'm not ignoring the Norman Wells case like I didn't ignore the George Floyd case about I can't breathe. I didn't ignore Trayvon Martin, and I really could not ignore Breonna Taylor. There's so many other names to remember, but Breonna Taylor is one that stuck with me so badly because Breonna Taylor was born June 5th, 1993. If y'all don't know, my birthday is June 5th, 1992. She was a year younger than me. That hit close to home. That disturbed my peace. You don't understand how badly that disturbs my peace even now as a Black woman. That just bothers me to my core and my center. Now, I'm wondering, some people, we all know what racism is. It's the hatred of another, the way you want to say it is the hatred of another race based on their color or skin color, orientation, or where they live. And then you got your prejudice, which is like judgment of character when you don't really know the person at all, but because you judge them on their skin tone or past transgressions that have happened through something else. I'm not ignoring what's going on. I'm very clear to it. I pray on it daily. This is definitely a time when we all need to pray. And then this is also a time for action. So if you can participate in action, but yes, also watch who we call our friends. I think that's mainly like the Nolan Wells case. Watch who we say is our best friends. Watch who you go with. I think a lot of us, my brothers and sisters in the Black community, we need to walk in droves. Definitely be really good with your community. Walk in packs of 3 to 4 or more. Do not leave your friends by themselves, right, brothers and sisters who claim to be allies. I heard a story about little Alfonso. It's a cold case because no one knows what happened, but his friends left him at a party, and it's very similar to what I'm hearing the Nolan Wells case is very similar except different. Because some of the friends were like, oh, there was no animosity in the house, but then there was one friend that said there was this one fool that said this one thing. But then when they were like, the mama called and they were like, well, I thought he was supposed to go home with Steven. No, he was supposed to go home with Adam. You don't leave your friends by themselves anywhere, okay? We travel in packs for a reason. And I got left by a friend at one club here in town where I live when I was still in college. But I wasn't by myself. But the thing is, the party you leave with, the party you come with is the party you leave with. I was taught this at a very early age. And it was something as simple as church. If you went with your grandfather, then you come home with your grandfather. If you go to church with your grandmother, you come home with your grandmother. But thing is, I know my grandparents, they wanted to, talk to their siblings and their friends at church. And the thing is, I got to a point where I wasn't down with talking with certain people at church. So I would catch one of my cousins home because I knew they were going to stop by. So then I would take that. And I understood what my mom was saying. If you leave with them, was installing something in me. Who you go with, you leave with. But this is also why I say I got my own keys. I push my own wheels for a reason. When you go out of town with somebody, you don't leave them. You stick with them at all times. Just left the country in June and went with one of my friends. We did not leave each other. Now, there was one accident where I got off the bus and she didn't, but we found each other. again, and we had to have a whole discussion because I messed up. We need to also be able to communicate with each other before we get somewhere, how we are supposed to act with each other and with other people. When it is time to go, what's the time y'all want to leave? We done came here, what time we want to leave? If we lose contact with each other, we need to follow each other to the bathroom. We need to make sure we got text going on. We need to stick with one another. We don't need to leave one another because there's things happening. Black people are being hung from trees. The strange fruit that Billie Holiday got Song of the Century for is happening. And it is tremendous and it is scary. Most people aren't taking it seriously. Most people are ignoring it. Most people aren't going to be ready to listen to this podcast that I'm doing, but it's serious. There are people like thinking that it's all right to say random weird things when they see black people hang around, not messing with them. I'm praying on it. I don't know. Like I've told you, because I know there are people who are older than me who have told me that they've never had racial experiences. My mom has told me about one racial experience when she was little. When she went to the high school that we graduated from. I went to my mom's high school, yes. She told me that she heard someone actually call her the N-word. And she said she couldn't do anything. She couldn't tag him like it was that boy. She couldn't tag his name. She did not know who he was. She told me another experience when she went to a Halloween party with a friend, but she had invited someone there that said, hey, where's that N-word at? And it was with the hard ER at the end, not the NA, GA, excuse me. And just, you know your surroundings. Know who you're safe with. Again, travel in packs. Don't be a party of one. Don't let your babies travel alone, parents. Be with them. I know some kids want to be grown and they want to, walk wherever they want to walk. If they got car keys, as long as you got car keys, I would say be safe. You'll be all right. Just be safe. Make sure you know who they're traveling with. Make sure you know their friends' names. Make sure you know their parents. Make sure you know the addresses. Again, like I've had people call me out of my name. Part of my bullying was racism. A big part of it. The early part of my bullying was not. It was, you're just not as smart. But then when I became the smartest, okay, now you're too smart. Then it was, there was some heavy on the racism. We need to, I know there are parents who are teaching their children to be careful of this, that, and the third. But please be mindful in this world. This very sad world that seems to have it out for us just because of the color of our skin and how sad it is. And I want to remind y'all of a Bible verse because I am a Christian. Yes. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. That's 1 John 4:7-8. My teacher, Mrs. Hobson, would sing that to us. And I have taken that from literal second grade to now when I'm 34 years old. And I'm hearing and I'm seeing all these things and they are disturbing me. I pray for our country. I pray for the people. Go out and vote. Vote for they trying to take it. Go out and vote. They're trying to take away our voting rights by doing some gerrymandering, splicing up the pie, making it harder for us to go places. I don't trust voting by mail. I will go up there, even if I'm waiting in the line for a long time. They have cut out regions where I can't go vote at anymore, but there are places where I can still vote. And we have to vote. It's important. It's detrimental. It's getting scary right now. It's like the end of days. Sign of the times, the way Prince was actually preaching. Literally turning on the television. I don't even have a television. I open my phone and every other story is telling me that somebody has died. Again, we have to pray for our country. Pray for our leaders. Pick our leaders carefully and wisely. Go out and march, go out and vote, help your neighbors, watch everybody's back. Realize everybody is not for you. But yeah, that really struck my heart today. I felt like that had to be said. yeah, yeah. Bye, guys.